I want to take you through the first question. Do you think that the charge of excessive renovation at the Chief Minister's residence, which is called Sheeshmahal by the BJP, will impact the AAP's electoral fortunes? Is Sheeshmahal negative for the Aam Aadmi Party? Remember, there's been so much talk about Sheeshmahal, so I decided let's just try and put some data behind it and see what voters out on the streets think about this. So, if you ask amongst BJP voters, naturally 6 out of 10 say yes, it will have a negative impact. But I would say discount this for a moment because this is along predictable lines. What is interesting here is that 1/3 of AAP voters think that Sheeshmahal will have a negative impact on the AAP's prospects. 1/3 of AAP voters think that. About 60% of AAP voters say that there is no impact. It also reflects a very high, and remember, Delhi is a small state, lots of media, social media, digital penetration, therefore awareness about issues is very high. Only 5% of total voters say they are unaware of the issue. Just 6% of overall voters say they are unaware of this issue. Two things to look out here. More than 1/3 of AAP voters say it has a negative impact on the Aam Aadmi Party. 57% say it has no impact. And naturally, amongst BJP voters, those who think it has a very strong negative impact is very high. That's along predictable lines. Let me put the first question to Jasmine Shah. Jasmine, ordinarily the renovation of the Chief Minister's house would not be much of an issue. But given the kind of standards that Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party set of probity, of having a very low profile life when you're in public service, not having big gadis, big bungalows, that seems to be the problem here. Even if I discount what BJP voters say, amongst AAP voters, is it disconcerting for you? The 36% say that Sheeshmahal will have a negative impact on AAP's electoral fortunes.
Rahul, first of all, the official CM residence was not renovated. It was built ground up. For the first time in the history of Delhi, an official CM residence was constructed. And there is no scam, there is no allegation, there is full probity. So this entire point that kahin pe probity nahi thi. And we in fact told the BJP, we told the media that the kind of lies and falsehoods Sanju Verma and her party are talking about, कि सोने के टॉयलेट डाल दीजिए, वहां पे डाल दिए, स्विमिंग पूल डाल दिया. We took the entire media, we said कि चलो दिखा देते हैं, दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा. The Delhi police of the BJP did not allow the media to get in. So that shows that the amount of falsehoods and how many times you repeat a lie. At the same time, there is a Raj Mahal of the Prime Minister built at, and that is a renovation because we've had Prime Ministers residing at the Prime Minister's residences earlier. 2,700 crores spent on the Raj Mahal.
No, you again mentioned this figure of 2,700 crores. Exactly. I asked an AAP leader yesterday and I didn't get a clear answer. Where do you get this 2,700 crore rupees figure from?
Rahul, it is very well known. We have our sources within the government. I challenge BJP to order a CAG audit of the Raj Mahal expenditure. Just like they are saying that everything, सब कुछ अरविंद केजरीवाल में ही खराबी है. अगर आपने ये खर्चा नहीं किया है, please order a CAG audit.
No, how do you arrive? No, Jasmine Shah, you're a well-educated public official. How do you arrive at in you're leveling a charge, so I take it seriously. How do you arrive at the figure of 2,700 crore rupees being spent on the Prime Minister's residence? Where did you get this figure from?
We have received this from sources, Rahul, very sure sources who have said that this is the kind of expenditure that is going on. And I'm telling you,
sources
why not CAG? आपके भी sources होते हैं, हमारे भी होते हैं, Rahul. Come on. So I'm saying अगर कुछ छुपाने लायक चीज नहीं है, then why not do a CAG audit on Raj Mahal? Take the media, चलो forget CAG audit. We are asking, take the media to the Raj Mahal, show that Prime Minister ने कितने हजार करोड़ के क्या-क्या खर्चे किए हैं, the kind of chandeliers, the kind of carpets, the kind of, there are 5,000 suits that the Prime Minister has. You've also seen, I have also seen 3 times a day he changes his suits.
So ये आप chandeliers की बात करें, कहाँ पे है chandelier Prime Minister के घर में? Actually, why I'm so peaked?
Let's go.
I've actually been there. He doesn't have, I haven't been to every room, but wherever I've been, there have been no grand chandeliers.
Not the renovated place, Rahul. You've not been to where the renovation is going on as part of the Central Vista project. That's why I'm saying.
So वो renovation नहीं है, वो तो नया बन रहा है. See, there's so much disinformation. There's a new house being built, which is close to the Prime Minister's office. That's a brand new house. That's not a renovation. अभी आप क्या कर रहे हो? You're throwing some mud. Just pick up some mud. उन्होंने हम पे मिट्टी फेंकी, हम उन पे कुछ मिट्टी फेंक दे. Because there is no house which is being renovated. There is 7 LKM, which looks very different from when it did when Manmohan Singh lived there, but it didn't cost 2,700 crores. That's impossible. I've been there several times. I know for a fact that it couldn't have cost that much money. There is a new house being built adjacent to his new office, which is still a work in progress, which isn't ready yet. So you can't say there's chandeliers because वहाँ तो building भी नहीं बनी, ढांचा भी नहीं बना, तो 2700 करोड़ रुपए कैसे खर्च हो गए? कौन सा source है भाई आपका?
आप ले तो जाइए, Rahul. If that is the reality, why is BJP hiding? We are saying we are open to full probity. There is nothing that, see, this entire, and we have to, and your viewers need to understand, the reason why this issue is being raked up by the BJP is because they have nothing to tell the people of Delhi कि पिछले 10 साल में आपने क्या किया. The people of Delhi only ask BJP to solve their law and order issue. We know that law and order comes under the center. What has happened? The number of rape incidents have doubled in Delhi in the last 10 years. Delhi is the crime capital. Highest number of murders, highest number of child kidnapping. It's, gang wars on the streets of Delhi. They do not want to sit and talk with Rahul Kanwal about their track record of law and order. They want to sit here and talk about absolutely false allegations. And I think that is the difference between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP.
Sanju Verma, you came up with this Sheeshmahal issue. Now, 47% say it will impact the AAP negatively overall. And I will show you what people think of Raj Mahal. But the Aam Aadmi Party, in typical AAP style, has tried to counter that by now conjuring this figure given by some sources that 2,700 crore rupees have been spent on building this Raj Mahal.
Rahul, you are somebody who always sticks to the hard facts. And I'm surprised that the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson is so clueless, so willfully ignorant. And he said, nahi, hamare to ji sources hain. And you simply smiled and gave him a free run and a free pass. Let me educate Aam Aadmi Party's ignorant panelists. 13,450 crore, not just 2,700 crore, is being incurred. But this does not include the Prime Minister's house alone. It includes 10 buildings of the Common Central Secretariat, Executive Enclave, Central Conference Center, official residence of the Honorable Vice President, official residence of the Prime Minister, renovated North Block, renovated South Block, और ये जो आप 2700 करोड़ की बात कर रहे हैं ना, Mr. Jasmine Shah, the construction work of the Prime Minister's residence has not yet been tendered and no official sanction has been provided. तो पहली बात, यहाँ बैठकर झूठ बोलोगे तो आपको कोर्ट घसीट कर लेकर जाएंगे. We will drag you to the court. So beware, do not peddle falsehoods on national television. Second point, Rahul Kanwal, very importantly, I'm not going to allow the Aam Aadmi Party, as JP Nadda says, to do latkana, atkana, bhatkana. Let us be very clear about one thing. हम तो जी राजनीति बदलने आए हैं. ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड क्या है? बदबूदार पानी, जहरीली हवा, लावारिस मोहल्ला क्लिनिक्स, कूड़े का ढेर, and a revenue surplus. Delhi, for the first time in more than 3 decades, has turned into a revenue deficit Delhi. If you ask them, अरे जी आप तो कहते हो हमने 45 flyovers बनाए हैं, name 10 flyovers, ये अपनी बगले झांकने लगेंगे. They will say हमने तो जी 25 medical colleges खोले हैं. You ask them to name 5 medical colleges, ये इधर उधर देखने लगेंगे. Then they will say हमने तो जी 20 hospital बनाए हैं, and I have been appalled. If you ask them to name the hospitals, they will tell you GTB Hospital, Burari Hospital, Aruna Asaf Ali Hospital. अरे ये हॉस्पिटल तो तब बनाए गए थे जब जैस्मिन शाह आप पैदा तक नहीं हुए थे. शर्म आती है या नहीं? इतनी हिपोक्रेसी आप लोग लाते कहां से हो? झूठ पर झूठ. And now, Rahul, my last point. No, you gave him a long intervention. My last point. Here you sit and talk of the Prime Minister's track record. I will just say 2 things to corroborate my point why Delhi will reject Aam Aadmi Party. 2016 dengue. Delhi was reeling under dengue and Arvind Kejriwal ne kaha, mujhse na ho paega ji. He was busy treating his throat infection at the Jindal Clinic in Bengaluru, and during peak COVID wave in February 2021, thank God we have Narendra Modi.
Okay,
we had Amit Shah.
So you made that point. Let me try and stick to the data, because I think we're getting carried away by the rhetoric. I want Yashwant Deshmukh to analyze the data. 36% of AAP voters and 47% overall voters say Sheeshmahal could impact the AAP negatively. Do you think that's a very big number, particularly amongst AAP voters?
Rahul, it's an important aspect to look out for the data. I mean, almost every third AAP voter feels that it is going to have a negative impact. One-fourth of every fourth BJP voter feels that it is not going to have any impact either. I mean, that's one thing to know. Overall speaking, Aam Aadmi Party knows very well that the narrative around the Sheeshmahal has actually a kind of boomeranged or has actually damaged their cause of their core identity of crusader politics. That having said, Rahul, there is something in the silver lining as well. I mean, basically now they are out of that self-made crusader image, and now they have to focus more on the real governance issues, and they have to actually go back to the people and tell what they have actually done in the last 10 years, or they can tell what they feel that BJP will not be do or will remove if they come to power. So that's a kind of a sort of blessing in disguise as well. Nobody obviously believes anymore in that way that Aam Aadmi Party is a kind of a party with a difference of sort, that crusader image. That part, if they consider Aam Aadmi Party as a normal politics, but normal politics with a good record of governance probably among their support base. So that is something for them to speculate. That is for something for the BJP to actually work on as well. Because once that part of the politics is done, BJP also has to focus on one important aspect, Rahul, that research also shows that a significant number of voters in Delhi fear that if BJP comes to power, they will take away the freebies. Now, that is a counter narrative which AAP is propagating, and with that probably BJP has.
Siddharth Mishra, does it surprise you that the BJP is making Sheeshmahal the linchpin of their attack, given that there are real governance issues like nalis, like the absence of sewerage, that could have been taken up, real issues for a government that's been in power for 10 years, and instead they've picked on Sheeshmahal. Do you think it's the right issue? Do you think it can resonate the way the BJP hopes?
You see, BJP, I would say that BJP has been a very, very poor, pathetic opposition in last 5 years. Aam Aadmi Party could have been faulted, Aam Aadmi Party governance could have been faulted every day, every minute, every second for not providing any governance to the city. But they failed to work on that and have made an issue of Sheeshmahal. But at the same time, I would want to say Sheeshmahal, as Yashwant was saying, Sheeshmahal adds value to the impression that Aam Aadmi Party is a very, very corrupt party. And its leaders are embroiled in corruption. And to correct Mr. Jasmine Shah, Delhi has a designated CM house, 33 Shamnath Marg, which you were occupying as chairman of Delhi Dialogue Commission. Mr. Badallal Khurana occupied that house as chief minister. Later, when he was replaced by Mr. Sahab Singh Verma, since he was occupying a neighboring Baklo, he did not shift there. And later, when Sheilaji became, then Sushma was chief minister for 3 months or 4 months. And then when Sheilaji became chief minister, she preferred, and that time, since the Lieutenant Governor's Raj Niwas was being renovated, he had shifted to 4 Motilal Nehru Place, and Sheilaji preferred being close to Raj Niwas for functioning and being heart of Delhi. So to say this excuse of yours that there was no designated CM house, I'm sorry. There is a designated CM house called 33 Shamnath Marg. आपके सर हिलाने से सर कुछ नहीं होगा. मैं आपको जो बता रहा हूँ तथ्यों में और रिकॉर्ड्स में है. और 4 flag staff road जहाँ पर कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने शीशमहल बनाया है, that was designated Speaker's House of Delhi Vidhan Sabha. Not only Delhi Vidhan Sabha, it was also the house of the chairman of Delhi Metropolitan Council, जो कि predecessor house थी Delhi Vidhan Sabha.
Okay, before I go to the next question, since you leveled a charge against Jasmine, I want to give him a very quick opportunity to respond. Jasmine.
The 33 Shamnath Marg was never designated for 2 decades. No CM of Delhi has ever lived there. So I think, let's state facts. You can say that you always want Arvind Kejriwal ji, or you want... Okay, I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you. Let me respond. The Chief Minister of Delhi decides where he wants to set up the official residence of the Chief Minister, and it has its entire complex. It has its offices, its conference rooms, all of that. And for the first time, a facility like this was ever built. That is the reality of it. एंड अगर इतना ही कुछ खराब हुआ है, गंदा हुआ है, वहां पे कोई काम बहुत बड़ा, सोने के टॉयलेट जैसे संजू वर्मा इज क्लेमिंग, then why not allow the media and go and inspect? Sanju Verma, what is the point of yelling on TV but preventing scrutiny? We took the entire media, we said open the CM's residence, then but also open the Raj Mahal. आप दोनों चीज छिपा रहे हो and you are trying to frame this issue as something.
Okay,